Imagine the warmth of a West African night. Crickets chirp and fireflies dance across the fields, tiny glowing lights filling the darkness. But for the Awe people, those twinkling lights bring an unnerving chill. They know that one of these lights may not be an innocent firefly, but the Adze. A spirit drawn by jealousy, resentment, and the will to harm. In Awe mythology, the Adze doesn't stalk its prey as a large, monstrous beast. Instead, it floats unnoticed, slipping through shadows, often in the form of a firefly or other tiny, unassuming insect. And in the dead of night, that's when it strikes, quietly. The Adze possesses a hunger that can only be sated by blood, or at times palm oil, or coconut water. It's said that those it possesses, known as the Adzitos, are compelled to harm others under its influence. Picture someone you trust, a friend, a sibling, someone who returns after days of wandering in the forests, changed as though something else now drives them. Consider this: a young man ventures into the forest, guided by nothing but his own curiosity. Days pass, and he doesn't return. Villagers organize searches, fearing he may have been taken by something sinister. On the third night, just when hope is starting to dwindle, he appears, stumbling out from the trees. But something about him is different. He doesn't speak, doesn't respond to his own name as if in a trance. That night, his family notices strange flickering lights escaping from his nose and mouth, dancing into the air like embers. His expression is blank, distant, haunted. The Adze's influence isn't limited to possession. Some who encounter it are left weakened, suffering from strange illnesses that no healer or medicine can cure. Villagers know the signs. A loved one falls ill without warning, their body wasting away, fevered and tormented by unexplainable symptoms. It starts with a simple bite, often unremarkable, perhaps mistaken for a mosquito's mark or a small scratch. But soon the victim's skin pales, their strength fades, and they slip into restless, feverish dreams. Family members watch in helpless agony as they drift further from life. The Adze's bite doesn't kill quickly, it drains the victim slowly, inch by inch. In these moments, families often turn to rituals or offerings, desperate to appease the unseen force they believe holds their loved one captive. Palm oil, coconut water, gifts meant to coax the Adze into releasing its hold. Yet the illness lingers, an ever-present reminder that some forces remain beyond human control. The worst part, they say, is the feeling of helplessness, knowing that no matter the offerings or prayers, once marked by the Adze, there is little hope for recovery. And in those final days, the family can only watch, haunted by the knowledge that a single unnoticed flicker in the night could bring such devastating sorrow. When the Adze possesses someone, the transformation is chillingly subtle. Under its influence, they move through the night, as if in a daze, controlled by a craving they can't resist. Neighbors hear strange noises at night, glimpsing brief flashes of light. A firefly slipping through a window, or a tiny flame hovering at their door. It is whispered that if one catches the Adze in human form, it will beg for its life, offering favors or powers in exchange for mercy. To refuse, however, is to risk being marked by it, condemned to a life haunted by its presence. One story tells of a woman who discovered the Adze by chance, finding it in human form, as it tried to sneak back into her village. The Adze pleaded with her, offering protection and prosperity if she would let it live. Against her better judgment, she let it go. From that night forward, however, she was plagued by the unsettling knowledge that it could return at any time, slipping through her doors or windows, a tiny glimmer in the dark. The Adze isn't just a creature of superstition, it represents the Ewe belief in malevolent sorcery. Its presence in their folklore reflects a deep-seated fear of harm brought by jealousy and resentment. And it serves as a reminder of the power individuals hold in both good and evil. For the Ewe people, Adze is not simply a creature but a manifestation of harmful magic, often carried out by those wishing to harm others out of envy or spite. Unlike popular Western interpretations that liken it to a vampire, the true terror of the Adze lies in its unassuming nature. The idea that anyone could be marked, anyone could be a vessel for its darkness. Throughout history, beliefs in the Adze and similar spirits have woven through West African culture, surviving colonial interpretations that misunderstood or simplified them as witchcraft. To the Ewe people, the Adze is not just an entity but a cautionary tale, a symbol of the dangers of jealousy, ill will, and the unseen forces that surround us in the night. And so, as the fireflies begin to fade and the whispers of the night settle into silence, we're left with a haunting reminder. The Adze, like so many creatures of shadow, warns us of forces that slip through our lives, unseen, yet incapable of changing everything. To those who dare to delve into tales like these, remember the mysteries of Pain's Hollow have a way of lingering. As you return to your world, heed the flickering lights around you. After all, in the silence of the night, who's to say what watches from the shadows? Thank you for joining us, and as always, stay cautious, stay curious, and be careful where you wander, for in Pain's Hollow, even the smallest glimmer can hide something far more sinister.